I'm going to go out to try to get up to that spot that I showed you on the video that I'm doing. And ask the guy why he's blocking the sidewalk. I'm actually talking to my camera in case you're wondering. I'm doing a video. Yeah, this is really dangerous. These idiots come and plow the... See, look ahead of me. See how when they plowed the street, could they block the sidewalks? Oh, I don't have my light on my chair. I'm actually doing a video. I'm just talking to my camera.
Sorry?
I'm actually doing a video to show how ignorant things are in Halifax. They came over to plow that car out. The backhoe comes over and he dumped all the shit on the sidewalk. And I live right up there.
Yeah.
And I'm videotaping the whole thing. So I figured I got a camera here just recording too. And I have my other one recording.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm just going to do a video to show how bad things are in Halifax, and especially for wheelchairs. This is a nightmare, man. Take care, guy. And the only reason why the sidewalks are all caked in ice is because the city crews, the contractors that they hired, never bothered to come out and clean it on time before it froze up. You know, I'm doing a video from my window up there, and I've got this camera recording right now.
Yeah.
And that backhoe operator is some ignorant piece of shit, isn't he? He plows it all on the sidewalk, and he's got old ladies and people walking by, and they can't get by. He could have just pulled his bucket and pulled it back and cleared.
That's what we're going to get him to do now.
That's what I'm going to tell him. Hey guys, why don't you do a story about the horrible job the city's doing with these contractors that don't clear the sidewalks properly? You know why we have a load of ice on the sidewalk? They had 2 days. It was warm out. They could have come over and plowed it and cleared the sidewalk for the concrete, and they didn't bother doing it. And then the rain came in, and it packed down the snow that was there and turned it all into ice.
So can we just bring you over here? Yeah, get up.
You know why I'm here? Because I've got my camera up in that window recording this, and I've been recording the flooding that was here. That would last it, like, if it wasn't for me calling in, the whole building over there would have been underwater. The underground garage in there gets flooded out. When these guys clear the streets, they left this year, the city crews that are doing the city clearing haven't been doing a job at all. Oh, I know, but I can't get on the sidewalks anyway. They're blocked.
Here, let's
No, I don't want to get stuck in the ice.
Forward, please. Thank you.
If I go in there, my wheels spin. You can't move my wheelchair. It's too heavy.
So what are the problems you're having?
What happened here, okay, is that the guys that are plowing the streets are not plowing the streets. They're doing a really lousy job. There's no excuse for this. If Montreal and all the other cities in Canada can keep their roads safe, how come Halifax can't? The other day, the street over here was under 3 feet of water, all the way as far as you can see. All that water floods our apartment building. My elevators went out of service for 3 days the last time this happened because the elevators went down into the elevator shop that was full of water, and it cost the building owners a fortune, and there's antique cars all in the underground parking in there, and their underground got flooded because the gutters aren't cleared up. They know where the low spots are in the streets. When we had city crews taking care of our city, real city crews, they knew where all the low spots were, and they kept the drains clear so we wouldn't have any flooding. Now you got contractors that don't give a damn about anybody. They do a really lousy job. In this whole neighborhood, I can't go anywhere all winter long because they never keep the corner of the curbs clear. I'm always on the street all winter long, and who's going to care about us? Who's going to take care of our city? We got to go back and have our own city crews back to work. We got to get rid of these contractors because the city crews always took care of the city. And you can talk to you can listen to this old guy with gray hair. I know what I'm talking about. When we had our own city crews working for our city, we never had this nightmare.
What's your name?
Daniel.
How do you spell it?
Daniel?
Well, no, everyone spells your name
D-A-N-I-E-L.
and your last name.
Towsey, T-O-W-S-E-Y.
Perfect.
By the way, I have a video camera on up there. I've been recording this for the last 3 days. This camera is recording. And I came down here to do the second part because when I was up there, I was watching that backhoe operator.
Can you email me that video?
Yep.
Will we be able to use
Yeah,
it?
in a minute. We'll do that after I'm recording. When I was up there, I was watching the backhoe operator come in. I'm the one that called the police and told them about this car that got, it drove in the rain, in the water 3 days ago. It got flooded out. They parked it there. The car couldn't move. The lights went dimmer and dimmer. The next day, the car was dead. But when the plows came in, okay, when they pushed the water was full of chunks of ice. That car got trapped. It got frozen in. When the car parked, there was no ice on the ground. There was no snow. So the lady, I saw the lady once come back. She couldn't get her car out. So that car has been sitting there for 3 days because the street was flooded out, right? But when the backhoe operator came, I'm watching, and I have it on videotape. When the backhoe guy came over, he's pushing all this garbage onto the sidewalk, big clumps, and leaves it there and drives away. When all he had to do was pull his backhoe up and put the bucket down and bring it back a bit, at least clear a path for me to walk through. That's how ignorant the city crew or the crews are today. I guess I must be really old because I come from a time when people really cared about the city they live in and they really cared about the people that are walking on the sidewalks. But I watched all these old people trying to get through there with those big clumps. You know, like, what do you want to do? Break people's legs and break their backs because they can't? And me, I'm on the street because I can't go on these sidewalks. I can't go anywhere on these sidewalks. You know what it's like to run out of food in your home because you can't get down the sidewalks because they can't take care of them? That's why I moved close to the grocery store. And every time I want to buy groceries, I got to drive down the middle of the street because the ice is so far out. That's because of poor maintenance, not because of the weather.
Can I give you my email?
Sure.
Email us some of those video. Would you mind doing
I don't
that
have
today?
any of my cards with me. Yeah, you can give me.
I don't have any of my cards.
Okay, I'm going to go over there and I'll be right back.
Well, what's your? Well, we've got to run to other spots.
The Visionary.
So I'm going to send you an email with
Sure.
my local account here, and then if you don't mind emailing me that video like today. At some
Yeah,
point.
well, I have a bunch of them. I have them all the way going back
How
3
do you
days. The Visionary at rocketmail.com.
Say that again. We gotta get that up here.
The Visionary at rocketmail.com.
The Visionary.
Yeah.
What's your real name?
Daniel Towsey.
Daniel. What's your last name?
Towsey. T-O-W-S-E-Y.
Okay, the Visionary.
Yeah, let me see. I can't see that far away.
Okay.
At rocketmail,
Rocket.
M-A-I-L, yeah, .com.
If you could send me that video, that would be wonderful.
I have a lot of videos. What I'm going to, well, I can't email the videos. The files are just too big, right? I'm going to do what I can. Email me your phone number and I'll see what I can work out because I have a lot of high definition videos. So I have a really good camera. I can zoom. I can zoom right in and see your faces smiling from up there, right? So I videotaped this particular car. I did a story on it. I even called the police 2 days ago and told them it was there, and I told them what happened and how the car got stranded there. And it's not even a local car, from what I can see from the license plate from Quebec.
Yeah, we'd be really interested in their video. If you could email it to us, and we would credit you for it as well.
There was I don't know if there was another crew here, but did you do the story about the flooding? You guys were here.
Yeah.
You know what that flooding is from? When I called the city guys, the lady on the 911 was ignorant to me, telling me that I'm over exaggerating. I said, no, I'm not exaggerating. The road is 3 feet of water. It's going to flood our building out, and that causes a lot of damage because there's 2 undergrounds under there, right, and a much lower end. Anyway. The lady didn't even want to listen to me, and I kept telling her, no, this is not an ordinary flood. You need to send the crews out here and clean the gutters out so that my building is not completely underwater, right? Because then the power gets cut off, everything gets cut off. Because everything's down in the basement. The heating system, everything, right? Anyway, they didn't want to come down. And I'm sitting there with 911 telling them how bad the road is flooded, and they wouldn't send anybody. I'm tired of fighting for this, eh? I want people to just go down the sidewalks. That plow right there is actually a city plow. But the guys that are doing the sidewalks are not city plow. They're using what do you call it? Bobcats. And Bobcats are construction equipment, and they're not made for sidewalks. And you know those Bobcats? They're destroying the sidewalks and properties all over the city.
Yeah.
Like I've done a series last year, just as winter was ending. Big guts like everywhere. They're digging up people's lawns and everything, breaking trees. It's really terrible. The contractors they have, we need to get better people.
Yeah, send me an email. We'd love to use that video.
Okay. And you know why I'm on the road? Because the policeman's worrying about my health. I can't drive on the sidewalks. I can't go in. No, I can't drive. I have a chair that has suspension that's made for rough terrain, and I still can't drive on the sidewalk. Anywhere in the neighborhood. And it's not because of the weather. I go through this all winter long, 5 months of the year. I can't get on the sidewalk. Even when the sidewalk is dry and the road's dry, the corners are covered in ice. Anyway,
Okay, I know it's not.
all right, thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Well, I won't be out on the road too long because it's pretty dangerous.